It's so good to be here with all of you in person again. As a former federal party president, I can tell you it is so nice to reconnect with activists, members, allies, but I got to tell you, I would not be here Sunday morning normally as early as we are today. I am the worst. And I appreciate you all showing up. Thank you so much. Because we had fun last night. Nous sommes ici avec des amis de partout au pays, se retrouver, renouer, partager des idées. I'm Marit Stiles, and I am the leader of Ontario's official opposition NDP. Thank you. I can't go on without first saying, way to go, Manitoba. What a team. Yeah. Wab's vision and values inspired your province, and we all know what it took to translate that into votes. Dedicated organizing, right? Building up people power. That's what allowed the NDP's vision to connect with people on the ground and in their communities. A vision that brings people together, not tears them apart. A vision that believes in investing, not depriving public services that we all use and that we rely on to build our lives. A new democratic vision. That NDP vision has been leading change for 2 terms in beautiful British Columbia. Now, BC, now under the leadership of a man who leads with heart, the incredible Premier David Eby. Yeah. Je suis tellement fière de vous accueillir tous et toutes ici en Ontario pour notre congrès fédéral. Pour celles et ceux d'entre vous qui nous rejoignent d'autres régions du Canada, j'aimerais vous mettre à jour sur ce qui se passe ici. Let's bring you up to speed about what's happening here in Ontario. While Ontarians are struggling to afford even the basic necessities of life, we have a corrupt government that is essentially absent. Yeah. Absent from what's stressing people out and keeping them up at night. We have a premier who is so preoccupied with helping a select few of his insider friends, helping them make billions off the biggest private land transfer scheme ever seen in this province. That's right, the Greenbelt grab. Ontario's premier took protected farmlands central to our province's food and environmental security and carved it up just to make his friends $8.3 billion richer. And all while ignoring the very real struggles that people in Ontario have right now. The high cost of living, housing, impossibly low wages, issues that are all top of mind to Ontarians and really to all Canadians. And for the past year here in Ontario, your official opposition NDP have been leading the charge in uncovering what continues to grow as the biggest corruption scandal we've seen in this province's history. Let me tell you that the Greenbelt here in Ontario was created to permanently protect 2 million acres of protective farmland and environmentally sensitive areas. Let me explain that because folks from other parts of the country might not know this is one of the most important carbon sinks in North America. Some of the most critical natural heritage lands. Folks, in the province of Ontario, we're already losing 319 acres of prime agricultural land a day. Some of the richest soil in the whole continent, and the Greenbelt is Class A farmland. Doug Ford and the Conservatives, they didn't see the importance of that, no. They saw it as an opportunity. An opportunity to rig the system and cynically used that housing crisis we've been talking about that's affecting so many people in our province as a cover to help their friends make billions. But together with our allies, farmers, environmental activists, First Nations, housing advocates, many of you here in this very room, we stopped this corrupt and dirty deal in its tracks. Yeah, we did. We did it. Right on. We organized, and we stopped that corrupt deal. Right on. We did it. We did it. Thank you. You know what? It is, we organized, and that's how we did it. And we stopped a deal that is so bad that even right now, the RCMP is investigating. And yet, Ontario's premier and his government, under criminal investigation by the RCMP, like, it is mind-boggling. J'aimerais pouvoir dire que c'est tout, mais il y a un encore. It would be, great if we could just say that was it. But it gets worse. Because when we started investigating the Greenbelt scam, we knew the rot ran deeper. We found out that not only was this Conservative government making secret deals with their insiders in back rooms, they were also making them on massage tables in Las Vegas. Now, yeah, I know it sounds absurd, but the thing is, this is how these guys work. And let me tell you, if you think Pierre Poilievre is any different, not a chance. Not a chance. It's not about you or your needs or even your neighbor's needs. No, they make decisions that put a very few select folks first at the expense of everybody else. And I have to be honest, because some of it is so laughable. I mean, we've got massage tables in Vegas and shady characters named Mr. X. But, honestly, though, that is the part that angers me. Because Ontario is in a very real housing crisis. Rents and mortgages are through the roof. And we're looking at about $2,500 for a one-bedroom in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area right here. More than $2,000 in Kitchener or Waterloo or Guelph, and almost $1,200 for a two-bedroom in Thunder Bay. These rents are not feasible anymore. Ils ne sont pas réalistes. Ils vident des poches des travailleurs et travailleuses, surtout lorsque leurs salaires ont été maintenus bas, ne suivant même pas l'inflation. I know many of you here are also feeling that pinch. And as I've been traveling around this beautiful province, and I've been to well over half the ridings by now, and I want to tell you there's 124 of them. I've seen and heard people's struggles. Let me tell you, New Democrats are listening, and we're pushing forward with meaningful solutions, like rent control. Ending exclusionary zoning. And my goodness, getting all levels of government back into the business of building homes that people can actually afford. Yeah, let's do it. And thank you. How about that, right? Building homes again. I want to tell you, we're standing in solidarity, too, with workers as they use their people power to win historic victories at the bargaining table, right? And that kind of working for people is exactly what our federal NDP leader, Jagmeet Singh, and all of our NDP members of Parliament are doing every single day. Forcing this government to step into people's shoes and feel their daily struggles and make a difference in millions of people's lives. I am so proud that my friend Jagmeet and the NDP are winning more for people, right? Bringing down food prices for families across the country, taking on the big grocery chains when no one else would do it, getting families hundreds of dollars in GST rebates back in their pockets, giving them some financial wiggle room, right, in a really difficult time, winning expanded access to dental care because dental care is health care. You know, when I became leader of the Ontario NDP back in February, I knew I had my work cut out for me. Doug Ford and his Conservatives were starving our public healthcare system of funds and manufacturing a crisis to make way for privatization in this province. Yeah, and it's the same story in education too. Then the Greenbelt scandal started taking shape, and every step of the way as we got further and further into it, there were a lot of days where I had to remind myself of how I got here and why I'm in this fight. Where are the delegates from Newfoundland and Labrador? Nice. Well, listen, I haven't met everybody here yet, so I want to tell you just a little bit more about me because I was born and raised there, just outside St. John's. I was born and raised just outside St. John's on a small family farm. And my parents weren't capital P political, well, not then, but we'd talk about the issues of the day. I learned many of my values from my parents through those conversations. Values of peace and social justice, caring for our planet. But you know, not much about organized politics, honestly. And then I chose to come to Ontario for school at Carleton University. And it was there on campus that, well, a cute boy handed me a flyer for the Carleton NDP Club and invited me to a meeting. And that's where I met New Democrats who had values that were so aligned with my own and a conviction for progressive politics that collective action can make the world a better place. And that boy, well, he's still my partner today, Jordan. And we have 2 wonderful daughters. And we built a life together here in Ontario. And I began my career working in policy, first in our province's first NDP government. Yeah. And then later on at the bargaining table for ACTRA, the Performers Union. But I couldn't stay away from party politics because I'm a New Democrat after all. And like so many of you, I was very involved in my local riding association. Looking at you, Davenport. Where's Davenport? Come on. And we had our wins. So shout out to my former MP Andrew Cash and MPP Jonah Shine. We also had our losses, but we never wavered from our goal of electing New Democrats because we know that New Democrats get good things done. The impact of years of devastating Liberal and Conservative cuts to my daughter's schools led me to run for school board trustee and then to be an MPP. It's something I never imagined myself doing. But I believe passionately in the role and the responsibility of government to make life easier for people. And that is exactly what we are going to do when we form government in Ontario in 2026.
Thank you.
2026, we're coming for you, Doug. gouvernement intègre, a government with integrity. Un gouvernement dans lequel les gens peuvent enfin avoir confiance pour mettre leurs besoins en premier. A government with integrity and one that the people of this province can trust again. And you know, friends, the winds in this province and this country are shifting. And just like the leaves are changing colors, so are we as a country, seeing different provinces turn a beautiful, bright orange. More and more people, they're looking at New Democrats to lead the way and shake things up from the same old liberal conservative politics and actually find new solutions to old problems. Getting government back in the business of building homes people can afford. In neighborhoods they want to live in, just like the NDP government is doing in BC, right? Homes close to good union jobs and public transit that's fast and reliable and efficient, publicly funded, publicly delivered health care, good schools that have the supports that our students need. Un plan ambitieux pour lutter contre la crise climatique, un plan qui répond à l'urgence du moment. Respectful, collaborative, nation-to-nation relationships with Indigenous peoples rooted in human rights and reconciliation. These are solutions that we know work in other provinces and in other countries. Solutions that give people a better and happier life. So we're out there, my team and I, they're sitting over here, the NDP MPPs, the official opposition of Ontario. My team, we're talking to Ontarians and experts. We're talking to stakeholders. We're holding town halls and public hearings because it's time for something new. Les gens en ont assez d'être ballotte entre les libéraux et les conservateurs. That's why we're seeing that wave of New Democratic wins all across the country, whether it's Premier David Eby in British Columbia or incoming Premier Wab Kinew in Manitoba, and New Democrats right across this country at every level. Like, let's hear it for those councillors and trustees and everybody at all levels. You're fighting that regressive agenda of cuts and worsening inequity. Les gens savent que le status quo n'est que simplement plus une option. And together, we're building new power in this province and in this country. We're coming together to demand more, to demand better. We're organizing to win. And the Greenbelt was our win, and it will not be our last. So thank you so much to all of you for your work as NDP activists. Thank you for always choosing to fight their message of cynicism with our message of hope. Thank you because we are all in this together. We're connected. And every solution that we bring and every step that we take, every win, will make ripples right across this country. New Democrats, we show up for people. Your hard work and your belief is what's making a difference in Canada. Let's keep going. Let's keep organizing and let's keep winning.